During this Select Subcommittee's hearing earlier this month, I asked Director Walensky a series of questions about the CDC's involvement in censoring discourse on social media. Director Walensky testified that she was unable to answer any of my questions about the CDC's involvement in online censorship due to it being under litigation in the courts. Attorney General Bailey, I understand you have active litigation against the Biden administration regarding their participation in online censorship. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Attorney General, do you believe that CDC and other government officials or agencies worked with big tech to censor dissent about COVID vaccines?
Absolutely.
Did they ever recommend or encouraging censoring posts suggesting that vaccines prevent the spread of COVID-19?
There was an active suppression campaign as detailed in email exchanges between, at a minimum, the White House and big tech social media corporations from March to May of 2021, as recited by one of the other members and offered as evidence in our suit, that demonstrate that the target of the suppression was anyone that questioned the effectiveness of the vaccine.
So did they ever recommend or encouraging censoring individuals that dissented public views about vaccines?
Absolutely.
Do you believe that CDC or other government officials work with private companies to influence the censorship of information about the origins of COVID-19?
Absolutely.
Did they ever recommend or encourage censoring posts suggesting that COVID-19 may come from a lab?
Yes.
Wow. Funny that you can answer my question, but Director Walensky cannot. According to documents released by your office, White House officials appear to have colluded directly with social media companies to censor and suppress opposing views related to COVID-19. One email appears to show White House Digital Director Robert Flattery telling Google that social media companies having a handle on vaccine hesitancy generally is a concern that is shared at the highest, and I mean highest, levels of the White House. Attorney General Bailey, do you believe it's constitutionally defensible for the White House to collude with social media companies to censor opposing scientific viewpoints?
No, that's targeted censorship by the government of core protected political speech.
So do you believe the Biden administration violated the First Amendment?
Unequivocally, yes.
Now, what's most shocking about all this is that the Biden administration was censoring facts simply because they disagreed with them. We know the vaccine did not stop catching COVID nor transmitting it, and we know the vaccine has had side effects. And the more we learn, COVID-19 came from that lab in Wuhan. They censored Americans because they did not like what they were saying. Attorney General Bailey, would you agree with that?
Yes, and I believe that in Dr. Anthony Fauci's deposition, he accurately characterized the president's position on this matter and his administration's position on this matter. Dr. Fauci could be characterized in his deposition as saying that if he disagrees with it, if he doesn't believe it to be true, then Americans shouldn't have free, fair, and open debate on that topic. And it's a scary world if the government gets to determine what is true rather than the citizens debating those topics and coming to the veracity of the claims on their own through free, fair, and open debate.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. This history will not be kind to the tactics that the Biden administration used to censor speech in America simply because they disagreed with people's viewpoints.